Greetings, whiskey folk, and welcome finally to the official Dram Association unbottling of the first ever official Dram Association Single Cask, Single Malt Scotch whiskey. This was bottled especially for us, and no one else in the world has it.
I'm so thrilled.
Very exciting.
So thrilled to be here.
It's
for this.
such an amazing thing that Brett has joined me. I couldn't keep him away. I mean, he wants to try the whiskey. Who can blame him?
I did threaten to break down your door, but
It is made of glass. That door right there.
So we're fine.
That would have been messy.
But yeah, you couldn't stop me. I'm sorry. How could you? Like, this is amazing.
This is so cool.
This is amazing.
So luckily, the great Richard Urquhart was in town recently for that 80-year-old whiskey tasting. And he snuck a couple of these into his luggage, I think. I think that's how they got there. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure it happened legally.
I'm sure we're not asking questions.
No questions were asked. No. But we got a couple of advanced bottles, and I'm very grateful for that. So this is going to arrive, we think, end of June, early July.
Yes.
Is when it's actually going to be available. Okay. But pre-orders are available right now. And we'll get into that in a second.
Right now at
strathliquor.com/Dram Association. You will find this in the featured whiskey section at 10% off for the pre-orders.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 10% off for the pre-orders.
Oh my God.
Why not, right? We're on a wild ride here. It's the first time. We've got to learn how to do it.
Yeah, I guess.
So, this Benromach was distilled on June the 18th, which is a couple of days ago, wasn't it? No, it's May. We're in May still.
In May.
I'm a month ahead of myself. 2012, and bottled on September the 22nd, 2021. Quite recently bottled.
Yeah, okay.
It is cask number 351.
Okay.
So I think this is actually an earlier cask than the other single cask that we had that was done for that club in Edmonton.
Oh, yes.
It was like 370 something.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway. And bizarrely, despite being a hogshead, they only got 123 bottles out of it. So I don't know what happened there. I'd love to know. We were expecting like a full hogshead size.
Yeah.
It just makes it rarer, I guess. And less to go around, unfortunately. But we might be already asking questions about a second cask.
Possibly.
But the most amazing thing about this, and the big thing that makes this different to the last single cask Benromach that we had, is the first fill sherry cask.
Now you know the reason I was breaking down the door.
Right? Have you seen the color of this yet?
No. This is the first time I'm seeing the box.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It says Dram Association right on the front.
It says Dram Association on the label. 57.6 is what it came out at. Beautiful, full strength. Oh.
All right. Let's check out this color.
I mean, I'm not usually one to ooh and ah about color because it doesn't tell you the whole story of a whiskey, but knowing that it's a first fill sherry cask and coming out of this color... I am giddy with joy at getting to try this whiskey right now. There you go. You can have the box on your side.
Just
signed Keith Cruikshank.
Beautiful.
So if you want more information about Benromach and why I love Benromach so much, and I really, really do, I can't emphasize this enough. I've done a couple of videos now with Richard Urquhart, Gordon MacPhail, who own and run Benromach Distillery. And we did one just about Benromach. We had the 45-year-old at it, which was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But I genuinely love Benromach. I don't just say that on the video with Richard to make him feel good. It's genuinely one of my all-time favorite distilleries.
Phenomenal.
They are absolutely incredible. In the last few years, I've not had anything from Benromach that I would say is less than fantastic. Like, absolutely everything I've had from them. The 10-year-old, the 15-year-old, the 21-year-old, the 40-year-old, the 45-year-old, the organic, the peat smoke. They've all been incredible.
That peat smoke.
The 100 proof one that they did as well from the old label that I had recently. All awesome whiskeys. So, yeah. You want to know something, though? It's not my first time trying this.
Yeah.
Because I got the cask sample, which is why I know how good this whiskey is. That being said, that cask sample is not the finished product.
No, it's true.
So I tried this when it was younger. When it wasn't quite finished, when it hadn't been bottled yet. And now I get to discover it at its final form.
Now you get to unbottle it. properly.
Unbottle it. You know what, Brett?
What?
Do you want to unbottle it? I would be honoured.
I-
You've done a lot of work with the Dram Association over the years, in the background, a lot of it, to be honest. So, in honour of your service to the Whiskey Club, which I think is relatively thankless, I would like to actually go on the record and thank you.
Well, I
And
appreciate
I would
that.
like to give you the honour of opening and pouring the first ever Dram Association official single cask Scotch single malt whiskey.
The honor is mine, my friend. Thank you.
I take it back on
So
it.
no, it's too late. You gave it to me.
I didn't give it to you. No, wait. I need to. The reason we're opening this, by the way, is because we're actually pouring this at the Highland Games tasting. So if you ummed and ahed about getting tickets to my Strath exclusives tasting, and you didn't, well, joke's on you.
You've missed out. And unfortunately, I need to work the day that you're doing.
Yeah.
the
So
Straths.
it's only fair that we let you try it now.
Well, I appreciate that. All right, let's see how the pop is on this. Here we go.
Ooh, that's a nice big
That
belly pop.
that
was
sultry.
yeah.
pop right
that was deep and meaningful.
All right,
A deep
let's-
and meaningful pop. Oh, and the glug.
Oh, look at that color.
Oh.
Look at that color. Okay.
Oh, wow, that is potent. You can literally
Oh.
waft it towards you.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so let's do the thing I was taught to do of taking a sip before you smell it.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh wow, that's so good. Oh my god.
There was only one sherry cask version of the single cask Benromach that was available. And we beat out several other big name liquor stores across Alberta and BC to get this. I am very grateful
so glad
for that.
you did.
Because this, I mean, I love the bourbon cask ones. Don't get me wrong. The one that we had from the club over in Alberta last year was really good. And if we have the opportunity to get a bourbon cask in the future, we will. Maybe next year we'll get a sherry and a bourbon.
Oh.
But oh wow, this is a beast of a whiskey.
It's
If it was made in Dufton, I would say it was the Beast of Dufton. It's got that sort of meaty mortlockiness to it.
yeah, that's true. It does.
Oh, but the lingering little whiffs, wafts. I can't. It's so good. I've forgotten the English language. Wafts. It's not whiffed. It's not waft. It's waft. Woofed. Weft. Of smoke.
Sometimes why? What would that be? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So this smells like, you know, the whole Christmas pudding covering it in high proof rum and setting it on fire thing. It's like someone's found high proof sherry.
Yeah.
Poured it over a Christmas pudding, and then set it on fire, and then like put a fire blanket over it, quickly extinguished it, and then liquidized it.
This is outstanding.
All right, so the specs on this whiskey are you know, they speak for themselves. They really do. It's 9 years, by the way. I don't think I really mentioned the age statement on it, but you probably did the math in your head, 2012 to 2021. But like, honestly, it sounds from the information like it's going to be incredible, but I don't think the specs really even do it justice. Like, this is better than I expected. It's better than it was when I sampled it.
It's got like a really robust, like orange, dark chocolate, like
Brett Johnson with the
yeah.
official tasting notes by accident, because it actually has official notes from Benromach. It actually says rich sherry aromas with smooth dark chocolate and orange peel, followed by a soft hint of smoke.
Nice.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Terry's chocolate orangey.
Benromach, you hit the mark. Like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting here.
Yeah.
That's outstanding. That smoke is just such a light touch too, but it carries the flavor for miles.
It tastes old.
For miles. It's so good. Yeah, it does not taste like a 9-year.
It tastes like if I was tasting this blind, probably if I dilute. Actually, I should dilute it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
With a bit of dilution, I reckon this is gonna like. Oh wow, that's viscous. I reckon this is gonna taste weirdly old because it already has that muskiness. It tastes. It reminds me weirdly of the a little hint of that 50-year-old Linkwood.
Oh,
Right, the musky leatheriness.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a tale as old as time. This is wonderful.
I actually, knowing full well that the vast majority of people will be tasting this blind, one of my questions will be, how old do you think it is before they unveil?
Yeah, actually, that's a fun thing because it does say on the tasting mat at the Highland Games that it is a single cask Benromach.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything else.
It's going to be like it. I would bet you're going to get some wildly differing opinions.
It tastes really mature.
Yeah.
And I'm not a person, you've heard me so many times saying age doesn't matter in a whiskey.
I'm so immature.
Right?
Yeah,
and I like Brett.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I like young whiskies. Like, my favourite whiskey of the Outturn that we just filmed that's about to happen next week, Timey-Wimey, was probably that 5-year-old whiskey.
Yeah.
There's a 5-year-old whiskey in the SNWS Outturn. Yeah. You heard it here first. It was great. It was really, really good.
It was outstanding. Yeah. And this is phenomenal.
Have you had it water?
Yeah.
It feels more viscous after water.
Yeah. It's strange how that is.
Water has made it bigger. Add more water, see what happens. It's minty a little too.
Yeah.
Refreshingly minty. The longer I taste it, the less peat influence I'm getting, the less smoky.
Yeah, it definitely it's still there. It's just everything else is becoming more pronounced. It's like
definitely sherry forward.
One of the first whiskeys that I guess when I first started working at the Strath, one of the first whiskeys that I ever got to like sit down and experience for a long period of time was one of the I believe it was the 9.2 Octomore.
Oh, the 8.2.
8.2.
Yeah. The weird airport exclusive one that we got tons of.
And it was a whiskey that every time I went back to it, something had changed and heightened, and the smoke is kind of what carried it. And I mean, I'm not saying that this whiskey is as peated or as, I guess, flavorfully complex, but it still has that uplifting characteristic from the smoke. It still lingers. It still brings all the rest of those flavors and that viscosity forward. I think is fun too.
Weird thing on the nose I'm getting right now. Specifically Campbell's cream of mushroom soup, fresh from the cab.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, big nutty, big dried fruits,
Yeah.
big figs,
It's
big
all
dates.
All dates.
Yeah.
And
All date and all night.
Yeah. It's outstanding. Outstanding. Thank you for letting me be here to try this.
Oh, you are most welcome. And a huge shout out and a big thank you to everyone at Authentic Wine and Spirits, the importers of Benromach, who do an incredible job bringing not just Benromach, but a whole suite of incredible whiskies to us here in BC. And especially James. Yeah.
I guess the other people that I want to shout out are members of the Dram Association that kind of allow us to do fun things like this.
Oh, totally. Like, if we were to say, like, when I first started, before the Dram Association was founded, like, bringing in over 100 bottles of a whiskey that was this price would be
mad,
unthought
sir?
of. Like, absolutely not. So yeah, thank you to the 1,200 plus Dram Association members out there who are making things like this possible. And if you would like to pre-order a bottle of this whiskey, put the money down to make sure that you get one, put yourself first in line. We are putting 100 bottles of this up for pre-order.
Yes.
Just so we've got at least, a couple.
Yeah, a couple.
At least a couple of cases left afterwards.
I mean, it's 123 bottles is the actual number.
But it'd be kind of awkward to have a big launch when it finally arrives and not actually have any for sale.
Yeah, just, hey, we're here.
And the funny thing is, we might actually sell out of the 100 bottles at pre-order.
Yeah, no, right? I could see it happen.
Like it's a real possibility. It might sell out really quickly.
On the name and specs alone,
yeah. I think the people that taste this at the Highland Games, if there's anyone there who has the ability to do so, there's going to be people who buy a case.
It wouldn't surprise me if there were pre-orders within minutes.
Yeah.
Of trying this.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I should tell you the price, because that is, of course, always important.
Yeah, very important.
And frankly, it is unbelievable, the pricing structure that Benromach do. They try their utmost to try and keep their pricing consistent between different regions, which means that a Benromach, like Benromach 10, Benromach 15, same price thereabouts here as anywhere else in Canada, as anywhere else in America, as anywhere else in Europe. Mm-hmm. Like, they try and keep the pricing consistent, which is incredible. Yep. And as such, this single cask strength first fill sherry hogshead, regular peat level Benromach. Here's the thing level, regular price $155.13. Which means that the 10% off, because this is a featured whiskey right now, because it was in a tasting, despite not actually being launched yet.
Yeah.
Before it's even here, we're giving you 10% off. $139. $139.62 is the pre-order price.
Phenomenal.
Right.
And for 122 bottles.
120. Well, yeah, I mean 123, so 122 now, I guess.
No, I'm taking one.
Oh, you're taking one too?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're actually only getting 120 because we have to get cases of 6.
Oh, fair. Okay.
So we got this one. We have another one that we're saving for another special occasion.
Great.
I don't know where the other one went. I think Benromach might have kept one, which is fair.
Yeah, it's good for them. Yeah, that's great.
Why not?
For a whiskey of this quality, absolutely.
I am in love with this whiskey.
It's
head over heels.
It's beautiful.
I'm so happy with how this turned out.
What a benchmark for the first
right
single cask Scotch Dram Association release.
We've got a few plans for our 20th anniversary next year of things, and it's going to be really hard to beat the first one.
I'm so excited for us to try.
We may have screwed ourselves.
That's okay. No, we're going to be fine. This is going to be great. It's going to be great. We have nowhere to go but up. Is what I like to
I don't know.
Something. Okay. No, this is
we have to go up.
High quality whiskey.
I can't. Yeah. So thank you for being part of this club. Thank you for supporting it. Yeah. Thank you for watching at home. And I hope that you pre-order this whiskey, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, because this is a very special dram.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I don't want to say this, but if you're debating, don't. It's excellent. And I don't want you to miss out, because this is a once in a lifetime thing. And frankly, I'm thrilled that I get to be even just a small part of it. So thank you, Adam. It's great. Whiskey folk, cheers.
See you on the next one.